Hello guys, today I think you're doing well and we're going to look at Palantir. It is trading at 179.94 and I want to do something a little different. Instead of just covering the usual things I cover, I want to focus on one specific question that I know a lot of you are asking: when could Palantir realistically hit $250? And I want to answer that question with real data, real math and a framework you can actually use. Because there is a fascinating article that dropped today, literally, August 24th, and it says Palantir stock will hit $250 on this date. And I want to walk you through what it says, stress test the assumptions, and then give you my own model for when and under what conditions Palantir crosses that 250 threshold. But before I get into the model, let me give you a full context of where Palantir stands today. First, the Q2 earnings that changed everything. Palantir reported Q2 2026 results on August 3rd, and they were genuinely extraordinary. Revenue hit $1.94 billion, up 93% year-over-year, beating the $1.81 billion consensus by 7.2%. Adjusted EPS came in at 41 cents versus $0.35 estimate, a 17.1% surprise. US commercial revenue jumped 149% year-over-year to $764 million, and US government revenue grew 90% to $809 million. And then the guidance, management raised full-year guidance 2026 to $8.15 billion, implying 82% growth, up from 71 just 3 months ago. Second, where Wall Street stands today, according to analysts brought by S&P Global, Palantir has a consensus rating of buy and an average price target of 191.68. So also we see that Rosenblatt has $225 there. We see that the internal model cited in the Wall Street article projects a 1-year base case of 218.5, implying 21.4% upside, with a bull case reaching 227.50. Now, third is the valuation reality. And here is the tension. Palantir trades at a trading PE of 154 and a forward PE of roughly 94 to 112. The price-sales ratio is around 70, and this is an expensive stock by any traditional metrics. And that is exactly why the path to 250 is not automatic. The stock needs to earn its valuation through continued execution. Now let me walk you through the 250 model. Now the Wall Street article makes a specific prediction. Palantir could hit 250 in August 2028. Now reaching 250 from today's price of around 179 requires a gain of 38.9%. And that's not an outrageous move for a stock with this volatility. Palantir has a beta of 1.56, so it moves more than 50% more than the market. But the question is whether the fundamentals can support that valuation. And here's the math that gets you there. Firstly, assumption 1, revenue growth. To justify a 250 stock price, Palantir needs to sustain rapid growth. The company is guiding for 82% year revenue growth in 2026 to $8.15 billion. For 2027, analysts are projecting revenue of roughly $12.18 billion, which would be about 49% growth. For 2028, the model needs revenue to continue growing, probably in the 30 to 40% range, to reach that something like 16 to 17 billion. Assumption 2 is US commercial growth staying above 100% through 2027. And this is the key variable. The US commercial segment grew 149% last quarter, But sustaining triple-digit growth at this scale is extraordinarily difficult. So the guidance for 2026 already implies at least 134% growth for the year. So the question is whether that can continue into 2027. If it does, the 250 target becomes much more achievable. Assumption 3 is earnings growth. Analysts are projecting 2026 EPS of roughly $1.60 for 2027. Estimates are around $2.14 to $2.31. For 2028, you would need EPS to reach something like $2.8 to $3 to support a $2.50 stock price and a forward PE of roughly 83 to 89. So that is a lower multiple than today's 94 to 112x, which actually makes the valuation more reasonable over time as earnings catch up to the stock. Assumption 4 is the margins holding. So you see that emphasizes that Palantir must maintain strong margins to reach 250. Right now, GAAP net margins are at 55% and adjusted free cash flow margins are at 63%. Those are extraordinary numbers. If margins compress, the valuation math breaks. So, when could it actually happen? Now let me give you 3 scenarios. The bull case, which is mid-2027. If US commercial growth stays above 100%, if the full year 2027 guidance gets raised multiple times, and if the AI sovereignty narrative continues to drive enterprise adoption, Palantir could hit 250 sooner than the 2028 projection. The stock already has momentum. It surged roughly 30% in a single session after Q2 earnings, so a continued acceleration in the US commercial revenue combined with further guidance raises would push the stock towards 250 by the middle of 2027, and Bank of America's 255 target already implies the stock can get there. Now the bear case, August 2028. And this is exactly what the Wall Street model projects. It assumes US commercial growth sustains triple digits through 2027, free cash flow lands at guidance highs, and AI software premium holds across the sector. So under this scenario, the stock reaches 250 in about 2 years, and this is roughly a 17% compound annual return from today's price. The bear case, which is 2029 or later, if the US commercial growth decelerates below 100, if the competition from AI native companies intensifies, or if the AI sector experiences a valuation reset, the path to 250 gets pushed out. The stock is already expensive. An execution misstep could compress the multiple and delay the milestone significantly. So now let me give you the risks that we see highlighted here. First is the valuation risk, where Palantir is trading at a trading PE of 154, a price sales ratio of 70. So when a stock is this expensive, it stops getting bought by insiders. And indeed, insider activity has been net selling across 35 different recent transactions. This is not necessarily a sell signal, but is a yellow flag. Second is the sentiment risk. Prediction markets on the poly market lean down at 0.555 for the current session, and composite sentiment has fallen 17.74 points over 7 days, and retail conviction is softening. Third is the execution risk. The company needs to sustain rapid growth and maintain strong margins. Any slowdown in US commercial growth, any margin compression, or any macro shock that resets AI sector valuations could derail the path to 250. Now, my conviction and positioning right now, I have a 5 out of 10. I think the path to 250 exists, and I think the company is executing at an extraordinary level. And the Q2 numbers were not just good, they were historically great. but also recognize that the stock is priced for perfection. And for positioning, I would use the same framework. I always recommend sell cash, set what puts at strikes you are comfortable owning, something like the 160 or 170 level to generate income while you wait, and use bull call spreads for upside exposure, buying the $200 call and selling the 220 or 230 call with expirations that give you time at least 3 to 6 months. The timeline on this basis thesis is measured in years, not weeks, so the 2028 projection is 2 years away. This is a long time in the stock market. But if the company continues to execute, if the US commercial growth stays above 100, if margins hold, if the AI sovereignty narrative continues, then 250 is not just possible, it is probable. So that is it for now. Please stay focused on fundamentals. Remember to put God first in whatever you do. See you then in the next video.